The Gospel of Thomas, a journey through inner awakening. 114 days of the Gospel of Thomas, the new earth frequency, inner healings as the gateway to awakening and truth. The new earth frequency represents a fundamentally different way of living, one rooted not in external systems, beliefs, or authorities, but in a transformed state of consciousness. It is not about escaping the world or waiting for a future event. It is about inhabiting life from a higher level of awareness, presence, and inner coherence. In this frequency, reality is no longer interpreted through fear, survival, or inherited conditioning, but through clarity, responsibility, and conscious choice. The Gospel of Thomas speaks directly to this shift by pointing inward, emphasizing self-knowledge as the foundation of truth. Its message cannot be fully grasped through intellectual study alone, because it does not aim to inform the mind so much as awaken the individual. Without engaging in inner work, the deliberate process of self-examination, emotional honesty, and awareness, both the concept of the new earth frequency and the teachings of inner awakening remain abstract ideas rather than lived realities. Inner work is the essential bridge between spiritual insight and actual transformation, because it confronts what lies beneath surface understanding. This work involves turning attention inward to observe patterns of thought, unresolved emotional wounds, subconscious fears, and deeply ingrained beliefs that shape perception and behavior. Many people resist this process because it requires stillness, patience, and courage rather than external validation or quick answers. Yet, without inner healing, awakening becomes fragmented. Moments of insight arise but cannot stabilize into a new way of being. The Gospel of Thomas consistently points to this inner excavation, emphasizing that what is hidden must be brought to light. Inner healing clears the distortions created by past experiences and conditioned responses, allowing awareness to emerge without the interference of unresolved pain or false self-concepts. Only then can awakening move from theory into embodiment. Inner healing, inner awakening, and inner knowing are not separate paths, but interdependent movements of the same process. Inner healing softens resistance and dissolves emotional blockages, creating the internal space necessary for awakening to occur. Awakening, in turn, brings heightened awareness, allowing individuals to see themselves in reality with greater honesty and depth. From this clarity arises inner knowing, a direct experiential understanding that does not rely on belief, authority, or external confirmation. This knowing is not learned, it is remembered. The Gospel of Thomas emphasizes this remembrance, suggesting that truth is not something added to an individual, but something uncovered. Without healing, knowing is clouded. Without awakening, healing lacks direction. And without knowing, awakening remains unstable. Together they form a self-reinforcing cycle that steadily aligns consciousness with the frequency of the new earth. Living in the new earth frequency ultimately means embodying truth rather than seeking it outside oneself. It expresses itself through authenticity, emotional responsibility, compassion without dependency, and clarity without dogma. This way of living does not reject the world, but engages it from a grounded and integrated inner state. The teachings of the Gospel of Thomas serve as a doorway, but the passage through the doorway requires participation, self-reflection, inner honesty, and the willingness to face what has been avoided. Without inner work, the message will seem confusing, symbolic, and inaccessible. With inner work, however, the words come alive not as a doctrine, but as a direct insight. In this sense, the new earth frequency is not attained, it's revealed as the natural state that emerges when inner healing restores alignment between awareness, truth, and lived experience.